Hey everyone and welcome. This is episode 77 and in this one I'll be doing some preliminary diorama planning for the hobby boss Jackal. Guys, in previous videos we've painted the Jackal. We've also done some scratch building on the front. And in this video I'll be starting some preliminary diorama planning. In this video I'll be unboxing some diorama building supplies kindly supplied by my sponsor Supernova Studio. Guys, if you're in South Africa, do stop by the Supernova Studio website. All the diorama products that I'll be showing you in this video is available there and so much more. So whether you are setting your diorama on a snowy hilltop or on the open ocean, a river, somewhere in the jungle, you will find the necessary diorama building supplies that you need to complete your build. So do check out the Supernova Studio website. If you've been following me on Instagram, you know that recently I posted a write-up of my plan with the diorama. And guys, I'm very fortunate in this build to have a lot of expert help. One of them being an active duty corporal in the British Army, and the gentleman has an absolutely encyclopedic knowledge of the Jackal system. Now he's active duty, so I won't be disclosing his name, but guys, it's absolutely fantastic to have input from guys like him who operate these weapon systems on a daily basis. I'm also very fortunate to have the assistance of a US Army infantry veteran, my friend Chris, known to us all on Instagram as Braille Scale, did multiple deployments in Afghanistan, and he was very kind to supply me with these images as well as some background info on Afghanistan itself. Now guys, Braille Scale is also here on YouTube. He's got a great channel with some really good hobby content, and do hit the subscribe button on his channel. Check out his videos, please. Now let's look at the diorama goodies that the Supernova Studio supplied. First are these acrylic pastes from AK. This is dry ground, and this will be perfect to do the groundwork. Also some crackle medium. This will come in very handy. What else do we have here? This is interesting. This is anti-shine. I'll be taking a closer look at that later. Some sanders. You can never have enough sanders. These are available from Supernova Studio, a selection of them. We have some primer, rattle can primer from Mr. Hobby. Now this I'll definitely use, especially on the foam groundwork that I'll be using in the diorama. What else do we have here? This is, here we go. This is some Tuft glue from Green Stuff World, as well as some crystal magic glue from AK. Now guys, this is very interesting. Remember in the last video I used UV resin to make the lenses on the dashboard gauges. Now this product will actually do the same, and this is something I'll definitely be experimenting with in future. Crystal magic glue from AK. Here we go. These are the tufts, some dry grass tufts from Green Stuff World. Very useful indeed. I'll be making some use of this definitely in this diorama. We also have this new variety of tuft. Have a look at what is this. This is really cool, and I love the color on this. Also from Green Stuff World. I'll be taking a closer look at this a little bit later in the video. Then finally we have some construction foam. Now guys, this is essential. This will make the road surface as well as some of the land features that I plan to use in the diorama. So I'll be taking a closer look at all this stuff later in the video. So thank you very much to Lindy and the team at Supernova Studio for kindly supplying these goodies. I'll be making good use of them, and they will go a long way to improving the diorama. Let's take a look at these goods in detail. This is everything I'll be using in the diorama. Firstly, these construction foam sheets. These are 10mm, and being styrofoam, I'll be able to cut this with my styrofoam cutter. So easy to do that. Now from my stash, I'll also be adding this 30mm foam from Green Stuff World. And here I've got some offcuts. Now guys, in this hobby you never throw anything away. And even these offcuts from previous diorama projects, I'll be able to use them as well. Perhaps stack them, layer them. I'll find all kinds of uses for this. Now let's get back to the pictures. I believe this is southern Afghanistan. You can see there's quite a lot of elevation in the landscape. Unlike the part of South Africa where I live, it's not completely flat. And I believe this is the Tarnak River. And you can see there's quite some interesting features there in the landscape. I'll definitely be trying to recreate some of this. You can also see this raised road surface and the different colors of grass that we can see there between those camels. Definitely something I'll be recreating. Now let's look at the diorama pastes. Now these are acrylic paste. This is dry ground, and you can see this is very closely matched to the color that I see in my reference picture. So this will go a long way to getting us to something that resembles Afghanistan. Also, this light and dry crackle effect, this will work nicely next to the worn asphalt that I'll be creating for this diorama. Speaking of asphalt, I'll be using this from AK, the asphalt paste, very effective and something I've used before. Highly recommend it. Guys, and let's take a look at the vegetation. You'll see there's these light green and tan grasses, bushes, shrubbery, you can call it that, and that's something we'll have to recreate. Now, I love this product from Green Stuff World. I believe this stuff is brand new. This is called Spiky Burnt Hay, but of course you can always color these stuffs themselves with your airbrush, and a multitude of different effects that we can create with this specific set. We have the normal variety of dry grass tuft, and definitely this will help us to achieve the correct look. Also some green ones. This is from Vallejo, and these little green tufts will go nicely with our diorama. Now this is an interesting product to me. If you've ever painted figures, or if you worked with AFV models, you know there's situations where you just cannot get rid of the shine. And this is a matting agent that will help you to get rid of that unwanted shine. So I'll definitely be using this product in this build as well as on future ones. Very useful indeed. And this is also new from Green Stuff World. This is tuft glue. Most tuft sets have some adhesive on the bottom, and if you peel it from the paper backing, you can just stick that to your diorama. However, the adhesive doesn't always hold, so this solves that problem, and I'll be using it on the tufts that I'll be including in this diorama as well. Now onto figures, guys. You can see I've made quite an investment in Master Box figures. I'm a big fan of the brand, especially in the times that we live in. Please support Ukrainian modeling companies. These guys make excellent plastic. I'll also be using some figures from Mini Art. So let's take a look what I have planned for this diorama. First up are the British soldiers. I'll be using this kit from Master Box. There are 3 vehicle mounted figures. Those are the 3 I'll be using. Now, I've used these before on a Wimmick Land Rover, and these are some really nice figures, and indeed they are the ones that I'll be using on the Jackal. My friend the British Army corporal warned me against using dismounted infantry alongside the Jackal, as that's simply not how the Jackal is deployed on the battlefield. So be aware of that. No dismounted infantry for this one. I'll also be using this old Afghan shepherd and one of his sheep. And there you go, guys. The references doesn't get any better than that. That's exactly what I'll be doing. I think 1 or 2 more Afghan civilians will work as well, and this kit from Mini Art will provide that. Perhaps the boy and the sitting old man. I think those 2 will work well in this diorama. And then on to sheep. Now my plan with this diorama is to set the Jackal on a rugged Afghan road and have a flock of sheep pass the road. The guys are waiting for the sheep to pass before continuing their patrol. So I'll be using this sheep from Mini Art. Then on to road signs. Now this needs some explanation. The British Army corporal did some investigating and determined that the Queen's Royal Lancers is most likely to be the unit operating the Jackal in the time frame that I have set for my diorama. Of course, it will be set in Helmand province in the south of Afghanistan, and given the figure's personal equipment, this should be set around 2010. So the uniform of choice will be a Desert DPM. Now let's have a closer look at this kit from Mini Art. Very nicely formed styrene parts for the signs themselves, and then 2 sheets of paper with the necessary road signs. Now here guys, my friend Braille Scale warned me against using the signs with distances, as they are set to the east and north of the country. So I'll be going with a very generic Kandahar Kabul sign without any distances. This should be correct for the south of Afghanistan. Now in terms of the diorama itself, you know that I like to use these MDF trays. They're great, you can pour resin in them if necessary, and also build your foam landscape on top of it. So let's start with a small one and see how the vehicle will fit on that. Now, if I'm building the Jackal by itself, this will work, but I want to still add a flock of sheep and some landscaping, so this one might be a little bit too small. Let's go slightly bigger. Maybe this one, slightly bigger than the first. Place the Jackal on there again. Yeah, this could work. This could work. There's enough space for the flock of sheep, as well as the road and some landscaping. This is a very likely candidate. Let's try one size bigger. I've got a square one as well, quite a lot bigger. I think this might be too big. There's too much open space, and in terms of composition, this might be problematic. So at this stage, my thinking is that the medium-sized one is going to be the ticket. Now guys, as you know, I like to draw up the basic landscape, the diorama itself, and that's something I'll be doing at a later stage in a new video. Guys, now before I go, if you're in South Africa, do have a look on the sale page on Supernova Studios website. It's after Christmas, we're all pretty much broke, and there's a good chance that you'll find your favorite hobby supplies on sale right now at Supernova Studios. So do check out the sale page on their website. This is it for video 77. Thank you for joining me. As always, check out my updates on Instagram. You won't miss a single thing. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for watching.